Hi, my name is Nicole Johnson, and I'm the founder and lead sleep consultant of the Baby Sleep Site. And today I have your baby tip of the day. A lot of parents, when they start sleep training, they have a lot of questions about the cry it out method. So today I have some do's and don'ts. So your first don't is don't start too young. Ideally, your baby's at least 6 months old before you start sleep training using the cry it out method. There are some gentler methods you can use for newborns and younger babies, but when they're younger, they don't have as many self-soothing skills, so you don't want to start the cry it out method too young. Your next don't is don't wait until you're at your wit's end, if at all possible. I know we all get frustrated and we're sleep deprived, but a lot of times when we find that parents do cry it out in the heat of the moment kind of thing, they tend to, have some mixed messages. They don't necessarily have like a game plan in mind, and you can kind of make things worse temporarily. So ideally, you would, plan ahead. Now, don't do naps and nights at the same time if you can help it. There are a lot of instructions out there to do everything at once, rip off the Band-Aid. And in a perfect world, if we know for sure that your baby can handle it and everything's, lined up properly, that you've addressed all the issues that you have, then ideally consistency is obviously the key, and you would do everything at once. However, we have found, I've been a sleep consultant for over, almost 14 years now, and we have found that if we work on nights first and then naps, or vice versa, we tend to just have a better outcome. It's less stressful for both mom and baby. Your other don't have high expectations that you'll be done in 3 days. While there are some babies who get it very quickly in 1 day, even 2 days, and sometimes 3 days, there are some babies who take, up to 1 to 2 weeks, especially at nap time. So try to have just realistic expectations. If your baby has had habits for months, they're not necessarily going to go away in just a few days. At the same time, it shouldn't take weeks and months to do sleep training as well, but just have realistic expectations. And now for some do's. So do rule out scheduling issues or environmental issues such as the temperature and that kind of thing. There's no amount of crying that can fix something that is unrelated to bad habits or that kind of thing. If your baby is genuinely hungry at night, you could have some really long crying periods, and if you haven't addressed what might be an issue in the daytime, that can really lead to failed attempts at sleep training in general and very long cry time. So do rule out other things. Do make a plan ahead of time if you can. For example, are you going to work on all sleep periods at the same time? Are you going to work on bedtime first and then night wakings? Are you going to night wean at the same time? All of those things you should think through ahead of time and make a plan. That's why when we work with one-on-one with families, we try to make a plan ahead of time. It doesn't mean it's going to go exactly as we outlined it, but it gives you a framework to know how to get from point A to point Z, basically. Also, another do is be consistent and follow through. So mixed messages and inconsistency can really lead to failed attempts at sleep training, lots of crying, and kind of dragging things out. So once you have a plan in mind, try to stick with it for at least several days in a row before you make changes, and that should help you have more success. And finally, do consider trying gentler methods before you do cry it out, because it is quite stressful sometimes, and if you can't follow through, that really makes it hard. If you've already tried some gentler methods, you've laid a foundation, your baby knows kind of what to do, what to expect, then when you move forward with the cry it out method, then you are more likely to be successful. So that's it for your baby tip of the day. Again, my name is Nicole Johnson. If you'd like to learn more about personalized sleep plans and the Baby Sleep Site, please visit us at www.babysleepsite.com. Have a great day. Thank you.